also is make sure that your phone numbers are clickable links, because then they can click that and dial out versus having to copy the text. How many of you try to do that on your phone? You're like trying to copy the text and post it into your phone. It's a pain in the butt. Speaking of phones. Anybody in here serve older adult communities? Okay, several hands, that's good. So your older adults are also probably likely come from an iPad, so you might want to think about that for screen resolution. Basically, your action item is to be sure that you've tested your site on an iPad or a tablet, just to make sure that there's no quirks or anything that happens there. So make sure you're testing for that population of folks that are going to come in from that direction.
Android tablet in there. I mean, we have more Android than Apple.
Uh huh.
In our community.
Yeah, any type of tablet, really. Those that are coming from referral purposes are also going to be those that are most engaged. So you'll see that as you're looking through your data, more than likely. Just because they are already interested, say like they're on the Secretary of State's website, so they're there because they're looking at entities, nonprofits likely, and we see that a lot. We get some referral traffic from that, and we see that those people are really heavily involved looking around the site. They stay longer, they're digging deeper, they're looking for particular information. So make sure your action items are basically keep building up that referral traffic. You want to make sure if there's someone else that serves a similar population, that you're engaged with them, partnering with them, sharing links back and forth with each other, sharing content. The best thing that you can do for somebody is to share their stuff and link out to them. It helps to build your reputation, but it also helps to help each other out on the website side too. And when you're looking at referral traffic, the healthy, like your healthy pie chart is going to be kind of like an equal parts of search, referral, and direct traffic. So you don't want everything coming from referral. You do want people to know your organization by name and be looking for your specific address, but you also want to make sure that you've got some search traffic in there too. If you don't have search traffic on your site, then it means that those key terms are not there. So they're not finding you within that first couple pages on the Google output pages. For
Did you say search, referral,
and direct. Mm-hmm. And it's good to have, if you've got a healthy social online community, then you'll see a good chunk of that too, but it just depends on your purpose. All right, and then lastly, before we go into demo mode, is that Sandbox can throw off your referral traffic. So you'll sometimes see these strange, it's like, what is this? Freesharebuttons.com, who knows what that is, right? But it's kind of happening to everybody. You'll see those strange URLs in there, and that's not necessarily a problem. It just means that people are picking it up. And there's little robots crawling the web all the time. But the main thing is to make sure, if you see something that's really starting to take over the site and causing problems where you're getting a lot of that, then you can do some exclusions, and I'll show you how to do that if that's a specific need for you, but I'll put it in the notes. All right, so I have a couple resources that will be on here as well that we'll talk about as we go. Dashboardjunkie.com, and that's a great one. If any of you want to do, they have some preset dashboards for you for Google Analytics. So if you're looking for a specific SEO template, they've probably already got it created for you, so you don't have to start from scratch. They've got a lot of them out there, and I'll show you that page. Smart Cause Digital is Yacena's company and consultancy firm. She's just a great resource. She's got some free tutorials out there. Very good thing. If you are a WordPress, anybody building a WordPress, you find that common in nonprofits. There's the broken link checker, because the worst thing you can have is a link that's no good, so then people like causing problems. So I included the one for WordPress and then the module for Drupal as well. And then if you're doing any type of development, you really should be plugged into Google Webmaster Tools. All right, so let's regroup. We just hit that exit key. You're good.
You're getting a close-up here.
Oh, you can see my nose hairs. We don't want that. Okay, so from once you log into Google, it's google.com/analytics. Hopefully, you've at least visited. You really can't see much if you don't have an account, but you can kind of go out there. So I'm logged into the Centers account, and you can do a lot here. See how you've got these little this whole left-hand nav that I was talking about earlier. You've got all these different options, and they've tried to break it down so it makes a lot of sense, but sometimes I even get confused where it's located. I'll be like, okay, where was that one again? And it's because I'm not necessarily in there daily, but I go in at least monthly to look at things and fill out my sheet. But I've gotten smart and had it start exporting it to me, so I don't even have to go in there and look sometimes. But that dashboard junkie, you can create a dashboard of your own, but they do have, I've got some pre-populated in here, like I have this monthly stats, and then what this does is gives me my top pages. This Info Central thing is a section of our site which is kind of like a knowledge base for our users. So this tells me the top types of things that they're looking at. Same thing with our top blog posts, and so here's this one from 2013 that's all of a sudden at the top of the list. Why is that happening? I don't know. Maybe somebody else referred them to that blog post. But it gives me at a glance some of the things I could, that I can see versus having to go in and do it every single month, re-enter it, change the dates, look for my top filters. So I really recommend that you set up these little dashboards to help you. It's kind of a shortcut for you to save you time as you're looking at your data on a more regular basis. But this SEO dashboard is one that came from Dashboard Junkie. And so you can see the popular search engines, so you can see we're hugely Google here. We've got a little bit of Bing and a little bit of other. I would imagine most folks are probably in that same category. But then you can also see from organic search. So we're in a month, because our time frame over here is all of June. You can change this by clicking on the date. So if I wanted to do May through June, I could do that, and it will reload. And see how it creates those little curves down there, Mark? So you get, it's like, okay, well, it went up and down and up and down. And it's because it does run all through the night. So there are times when people sleep, ironically. And it picks that up too, which is totally fine.
Is this Facebook referrals in there, or are they somewhere else? If somebody searches and finds you through the Facebook search,
it'll be in there too. So right now it's calculated under other. Yeah, just because it's a small percentage. So you can kind of see those. Again, at a quick glance, I think it's great because you can do that. So here's our top search terms. Again, you know, your name of your organization is probably always going to be kind of towards the top, or the name of your ED. But sometimes it's nonprofit jobs, because we have a jobs board that covers the whole state. So all of those search terms are going to be different and unique to you, but you can quickly pull those in, which is great. And then even it captures other things over there too. One thing I wanted to mention before, let me see if I can go back out to my homepage here. One thing, a tip for you too, is to make sure you're pulling out your own IP address of your organization. That way you're not capturing that data. Like, your people are in your site far more often than you think they are. So you want to pull those out, and you just have to basically apply a filter.